Chapter 6 Kernels Feature Transformation.
Can we classify nonlinear separable data? Imagine you have some data that is not separable, and you would like to use SVMs to classify it. We have seen that it is not possible because the data is not linearly separable. However, this last assumption is not correct. What is important to notice here is that the data is not linearly separable in two dimensions. Even if your original data is in two dimensions, nothing prevents you from transforming it before building into the SVM. One possible transformation will be to transform every two-dimensional vector into a three-dimensional vector. Here is a basic recipe we can use to classify this dataset. 1. Transform every two-dimensional vector into a three-dimensional vector using the transform method of Code. 2. Train the SVMs using the 3D dataset. 3. For as now example, we wish to predict transform it using the transformation method before passing
It to the predict method. Of course, you are not
forget to transform the data into three dimensions is called the 5, 10, or 100 dimension. How do we know which transformation to apply? Choosing which transformation to apply depends a lot on your dataset. Being able to transform the data so the machine learning algorithm you wish to use from at its best is probably okay.
Vector of success. In the machine learning world, unfortunately,
there is not perfect script, and it will come with experience via trial and error. Before using an algorithm, be sure to check if there are some common rules to transform the data detailed in documentation. For more information about how to prepare your data, you can read the dataset transformation section on the Skillz website. What is a kernel? In the last section, we saw a quiz recipe to use on the non-separable dataset. One of its main drawbacks is that we must transform every example. If we have millions or billions of for example, and that transform method is complex, that can take a huge amount of time. This is when kernels come to the rescue. Kernel type linear kernel. This is the simple kernel. It is simply defined by buka kurung x, x aksen buka kurung sama dengan x, x aksen, where n are two vector. In practice, you shall know that a linear kernel works well for text classification. Polynomial kernel. We already saw the polynomial kernel early when we introduced the kernel, but this time we kernel the more generic version
of the kernel K, buka kurung x, x aksen sama dengan x, x aksen tambah c, tutup kurung d. This case calls for use to use another, more complicated kernel, the Gaussian kernel. It is also named RBF kernel, where RBF standard for radial basic function. A radial basic function is a function whose value depends only on the distance from the origin or from some point. The RBF kernel function is k buka kurung x, x aksen sama dengan exp buka kurung min y atau x kurang x aksen atau pangkat 2 tutup kurung. You will often read that is the project vector into an infinite dimensional space. What does this mean? Recall this definition. A kernel, a function that returns the result of a dot product performed is another source. In the case of the polynomial kernel example we saw earlier, the kernel returns the result of a dot product format in. As it turns out, the RBF kernel returns the result of a dot product format in. I will not go into details here, but if you wish, you can read this prop to better understand how we come to this conclusion. Other types. Research on kernels has been prolific and here are now a lot of kernels available. Some of them are specific to a domain, such as the string kernel, which can to use when working with text. If you want to discover more kernels, this article from Cheshire Source describes the 25 kernels. Why kernels all use? The recommended approach is 3 RBF kernel first because it usually works well. However, it is good to try the other types of kernel if you have enough time to do so. A kernel is a measure of the similarity between two vectors. So that is where domain knowledge of the problem at hand might have the biggest impact. Building a custom kernel can also be a possibility, but it requires that you have a good mathematical understanding of the theory behind kernels. You can find more information of this subject in Christiani and Saul Taylor 2000. Summary. The kernel trick is on key component making support vector machine power. Summary. The kernel trick is one key component making support vector machine powerful. It allows you to apply SVMs on a wide variety of problems. In this chapter, We saw the limited of the linear kernel and how polynomial kernel can classify non-spiral data eventually. We saw one of the most used and most powerful kernel is the RBF kernel. Do not forget that there are many kernels. Entry look for kernel create to solve the kind of problem you are trying to solve. Using the right kernel with the right data. Using the right kernel with the right dataset is one key element in your success or failure with SVMS.